Hey fools, welcome. We're here with a closer look at BP, ticker BP. There's a lot of talk, a lot of people will call this share dead money. Indeed, it's actually been ahead of the FTSE in the past 30 days, but we're longer term investors here at the Motley Fool. We look longer than 30 days. If you look a couple of years out, it's actually lagged the FTSE 100 substantially. So we're going to take a look at what's to like about BP, what's not to like about BP, in the other order. So Nate, thanks for being here. Let's start with the bear case for BP. What's out there that's just not to like about the company?
Well, the big thing is the looming fines that still need to be resolved from the oil spill in 2010. It's not inconsequential. We're talking billions of pounds that are still undecided and could still come back and haunt the company. The other thing is just the natural risk that's involved in oil exploration. BP is a massive oil explorer, but it still invests heavily in very uncertain projects. Deep ocean wells cost a lot of money, and the chances of success aren't any better for BP than they are necessarily for anybody else.
So spending a lot of money to do business and do risky business, not a great formula. So on the flip side, what is there to like about BP?
Well, a yield over 5% is pretty attractive to most investors, especially these days. The other thing that might attract income-seeking investors is the company's new strategy of supposedly better capital allocation. They are cutting back on spending on major projects. They're selling off assets to cover their costs and increase cash flow to shareholders. And they're, in general, saying they're going to take a more shareholder-friendly approach of watching where they spend the money and making sure shareholders get their fair share of it.
Okay, so I won't put you on the hook about whether this is dead money from here on out, but I will ask, do you think that the likes outweigh the dislikes, or where do you fall?
For me, it's not a company I'm overly excited about. I think the big question is, can an oil man change his spots? These companies have been run, BP, Shell, Exxon, all these oil majors have been run for decades under the strategy of build up your reserves as big as you can to spread your risks across the globe, but they're still trying to expand and grow, and that's a big cultural shift to go from get big to, oh, let's spend only where we should and make sure our shareholders get their fair share. I'm dubious as to whether or not BP can make that turn overnight, and so I'm not bullish on them right now.
And as you said, change like that in a company the size of BP's does not happen overnight. So it's definitely a share to keep an eye on. It sounds like the dislikes are outweighing the likes at this point for this Motley Fool. So thanks very much for watching. Fool on.